Through this example, we will try to see how understanding some basic concepts deeply can be helpful. So, here it is a run chase strategy in a T20 cricket match. Team batting first scored 199 with the loss of 7 wickets in 20 overs. So, the second team, which is chasing, has to score 200 runs in 20 overs. So, the required run rate is 10 runs per over. Now, the pitch was somewhat tricky, and the opponent, that is the team which had scored 199 by 7, they had some good fast bowler, and it was expected that moisture can be a factor. So, they thought that in the beginning they will score the first 100 runs, maintaining a run rate of 8 runs per over, and they will focus on keeping the wickets safe. So they will avoid the initial attack by the fast bowlers, and then as dew factor gets into, the ball may become moist and it may be difficult for bowlers to bowl. So that may be somewhat easier condition to bat, so they can score faster there. The first 100 or half of this 200 runs, they had planned to score at a rate of 8 runs per over, which is 2 runs per over lesser than the required run rate of 10 runs per over. So this has to be made up. So they thought that 10 plus 2, that is 12 runs per over, that is the minimum run rate required for the second 100 runs. Then only they will be able to win the match. That is what they thought. So their plan was to score at a rate of 12 runs per over or higher in the second 100 runs to win the match. They planned for 13 runs per over actually, and they scored that way for the next 100. The point is now, could they win? It gives the first impression that yeah, they should be winning, because initially they scored at a run rate of 8 runs per over, and then in the second half or second 100 runs they scored at higher than 12 runs per over. So since the 8 and 12, the average of these two is 10, and they scored at 13 runs per over in the second 100 runs. So it is definitely better than 10 runs per over, which is the required run rate. So it gives the impression that they should be winning the match. But let us go deep and understand what exactly happens. So for that, let us do some computation, just following the basic rules, and then see what happens at the end. So when they score at a run rate of 8 runs per over, then to make 100 runs, they will require 100 by 8 overs, which is equal to 12.5 overs. This means that in 12 overs 3 balls, they will be scoring the first 100 runs. Since it is a 20 overs match, so now the overs remaining will be 20 minus 12.5, which is just 7.5 overs. I think by this time you might be realizing that there is something wrong now, because when they scored at somewhat slower run rate than required, then they have taken more over here, that is 12.5 overs. So though this 100 is half of 200 required, but the overs used to score this is more than half. So to score at higher rate, they are now having lesser overs than what they might have thought. So this is 7.5 overs. In that, if they score at a run rate of 13, then they are scoring just 97.5 runs, which for computation purpose, even if we take that as 98 runs, then they are scoring actually 100 plus 98 runs, that is 198 runs in 20 overs, and they lose this match by 1 run. This demonstrates the importance of understanding the concepts deeply to become successful.